What does your remote guest kit look like and sound like in the real world, Daniel? That's the question that a lot of people asked me after this last video. If you want to watch it, go ahead and click on that link up there. So right now I'm using my MacBook Pro. It's an M2 Max MacBook Pro, and this is the built-in webcam. Pretty good, not great, but definitely better than most other internal webcams that exist out there. From the microphone side, I'm using the built-in MacBook Pro. As a remote guest, it's not that bad. However, let me switch over to the lavalier microphone that I always talk about. Now, this is the lavalier microphone. See, you can tell the difference in the sound. The MacBook Pro was good, however, the microphone on the lavalier side of things sounds much deeper, much richer, and in fact, I really like the sound of this. The built-in MacBook Pro microphone captured, in my opinion, a little bit too much ambient noise from this room itself, but now the lavalier microphone is really concentrated on my voice. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below as you're watching this video. So if you just send your remote guests this lavalier microphone, that's quick and dirty, easy, simple. You can just do something like that. Let's now step this up a little bit. I'm still using the same lighting that we have in this room, which is basically ceiling lighting. It's fluorescent though. And now I'm going to switch over to the Insta360 Link 2. You'll see that the Link 2 is actually much sharper than the built-in MacBook Pro camera. You'll also notice though that it's a lot more yellow because it's picking up differences between the light in the background as well as the light in the room itself. Now the ceiling lights in this studio office are fluorescent, so they're really out of color temperature, whereas the lighting in the background, you can see this is actually sunlight peering through this curtain, and that's actually what it is correcting to. But I don't like this yellowness. So let's switch over to the application for the Insta360 Link 2. And I have all of these different options. And this is something that you're going to want to work with your clients through as you're doing Zoom. So what I like to do is I like to set the exposure manually and go from there, as well as the temperature manually, and make it a little bit more cool. So now you can see this is more color correct, and it sounds great as well at the same time. So if you wanted to use it like this is totally fine. However, now let me show you what it looks like using the ring light that I have attached around the 360 Link 2. You can see the ceiling lighting is not that bad because I have a lot of lighting in this room, but there's a few bags here and there that are showing up. So let me power on the light. And now you'll see that the light is now making me a little bit more purpley blue because of the temperature change and shift. So let me move that back to around where it was before. And let me lower the exposure. Now we've got it adjusted properly. So there's it's a little bit better. It's removed a little bit of the darker circles around because of the ring light itself. And I've got this nice little fancy ring in my eyes. Now as I continue to make a little bit of adjustments to the brightness, which is going to bring up the back, and then I can reduce the ISO again a little bit. So now I've got a little bit better exposure on the background here, and now myself, I'm actually properly lit. So this is something that you're going to do with your remote guests. You'll do these adjustments, and you can do this through Zoom. You see, once they do a screen share in Zoom, you can just go ahead and click and request remote control on their computer system once you have the setting enabled in your Zoom backend. But now you can control their computer system and do all of this stuff for them before you hit live or go and record on your computer system through Ecamm Live. So this is the final video of what your remote guests will look like using the remote guest kit that I've configured. Now, if you want to know the details because you haven't watched that video yet, go ahead and click on this video up here where you can find out all of the details to the parts as well as how to put it all together when you send off that kit to your clients. See you next time.